tips. So if Joanna is there, Joanna is helping out today behind the scenes, watching all the finishes. Hi, Joanna.
Hi, hello. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, so you actually can answer this question because you have actually organized some competitions, but also other events, I believe.
Yes, yes. I also organize puzzle meetups in Wrocław, and they happen every 3 months, so quite often, I say.
Yeah, and so how did you decide to organize that?
Well, that was simple. We don't have that kind of events in Wrocław, and I want them.
Exactly. So first of all, you need the motivation.
Yes.
And
That's
did
true.
you
And the second most important thing is a big place with most of tables and chairs.
exactly, and good lighting.
Yeah, that's true.
So what kind of venue do you use?
This is a community space available for people living in Wrocław. I just went there and asked if they can allow us to use that space once every 3 months.
Mhm. Okay, no, that's great. And so that's yeah, so a puzzle event doesn't need to be a competition. It can also just be getting together, finding other interested people. And how did you get the word out? How did you let people know that this was possible?
Uh, Actually, I use two groups on Facebook, one local for Wrocław puzzlers and one of the biggest Polish groups for puzzle people where the most people are active. And I also started an Instagram profile.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, no, that's great. So in yeah, Facebook groups, there are still a lot of people who are on who use Facebook, and yeah, who gather around certain hobbies.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
yes. So what else have you done aside from organizing puzzle meetups?
Mm, Actually, that's our puzzle meetups, yes, and then our Szybkie Puzzle, my online competitions for Polish people.
So
but
that's the
but
that
that's very different from meetups in person.
yeah, that's the first time I hear that how it's pronounced. I was thinking Shabizki or
No, no, it's Szybkie Puzzle.
Szybkie Puzzle.
Oh,
Okay, now I
perfect.
know. Now I can correct my pronunciation of that. So, what advice would you give to others who are thinking about organizing something in where they live?
And don't be afraid and just start. And there always be a people who will come and help you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that. Actually, that was something that some other people said. They said, don't be, hang on, where is it? Because yeah, just to do it. So if, yeah, well, I like what Freya said. So Freya is organizing online puzzle competitions in Denmark. The best advice is just to do it. This community is so great and no one will think less of you if something isn't perfect. Learn as you do it and don't be afraid to reach out to others who have tried before. People are eager to help.
Yes, that's true.
And you also have people helping out on your Polish competitions as well.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, and they're
There's
people
always
that you met.
one co-host. Uh, Excuse me, one more time.
They're people that you met in Wrocław.
Uh, in Poland, actually, this community in Poland is so small, but there is not small, but we know each other quite well.
No, it's amazing what you've been able to organize in the last year as well and get things going. So yeah, hopefully that inspires some other people just to get something started. And yeah, I can start with a meetup and then who knows what can happen. So yeah, thanks, Joanna. Thanks for helping
Thank
out
you.
today. And yeah, let's see how we are ready, if we are ready to start.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, is my
I'm
co-host there?
here.
Hi, Daniel. Oh, you're outside. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, apologies for a few minutes delay. I had a family situation here, but it's solved. So very happy to join you back. It has been a while.
Yes, it has been. So, and you've been very busy organizing events and starting an association. So yeah, so actually, what we'll do is later in the later part of the competition, Daniela will have the opportunity to share a lot more of what she has been organizing, setting up an association, organizing meetup, organizing, getting a network amongst the associations for International Puzzle Day and some of the interesting things. And I'm sure she has lots of great tips as well for in-person events. Yeah, but we're actually ready to do the reveal. So yeah, let's unwrap the puzzle and remove any plastic or stickers that are on there.
I'm very curious on what's the puzzle tonight.
Yeah, so I think there are some pretty rough stickers here. When I tried to remove the stickers, they did peel the box. So best is just to slice them. And actually, coincidentally, Joanna has used this puzzle recently in a Polish competition. So some may find this a bit familiar. Okay, so yeah, just check that the box lid comes off easily and then place the box back in the middle of the table. So I can already tell you, Victor has done this puzzle in 39 minutes and 4 seconds in the Polish competition. So I actually ordered this puzzle months and months ago. It's been sitting in my warehouse for a while before it got sold. So sometimes it happens in between, it pops up in another competition. So Victor is the man to beat. All right, looks like everyone is ready to go. Let's do a countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Puzzle. Good luck, everybody.
The face of Tammy when you talk about the timings of Victor, Michelle.
All right, so let's start at 8 today. And oh no, actually, I'm going to. Okay, we know Victor is the man to beat. How about we keep him on the screen and see how he gets on? We'll start at the. Then we'll start at 8. That way, I don't need to jump to him right at the end to when somebody tells me he's about to finish. We can keep an eye on him. So this puzzle is from the brand Hire. Oh, actually, I forgot to show you. Let me show you in a bit more detail first. I felt like there was something missing. You just taking like 2 weeks break, and then it's like I've already forgotten what I'm supposed to do here. So this is from the brand Heya in Germany, and it's part of the series Take a Trip. So there's 4 puzzles in the series, all with the same background, and then and they all kind of connect, so you can line them up. Each one is from a different artist, and this one is from John Bergerman. You have the Bro Nuts and different cakey candy monsters, and yeah, really bright and funky characters. So quite busy, very yeah, sweet. There's lots of sugar on the image, but I think it's going to be quite a fun one and a fast one.
Indeed, it looks very beautiful. I like the busy puzzles with a lot of colors.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, there's three others, all quite similar, like with the same background, with a little bit of sky, a little bit of water, the path, and the grass. But they have different characters in their style. I'll just write the name of the puzzle in the chat if anybody wants to take a look at the image. And so this is not Mr. Berger from Man from Sunshine Puzzles. This is actually a person's real name in Germany. All right, so on screen we have Victor from Poland, Aaron from the UK, Aidan from Switzerland, Amy from UK, Andrea from USA, and Anna from Cyprus. And I can see on Andrea's background, she has the 24-hour puzzle trophy. So she took that all the way home back to America. I was wondering about that, if they get to, if one person gets to keep it or if it has to stay in France. Yeah, so can start to see some of the backgrounds being sorted. It looks like Andrea has a bit of sky, a little sky pile, perhaps a grass pile. Have you done a Haya puzzle, Daniela?
I am in fact waiting for one that is. I found a thrifted. It's long. It's a portrait, and let me check. It's beautiful. It's called. Yeah, I need to check. The Art of Tara McPherson, but it's very beautiful. I don't know if you can see it here.
Let me put you up. Oh, that's from Haya? Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, yeah. I found it very beautiful. This artist has 2 or 3 designs with Heya, and it will be my first one.
Yeah, very nice. We've used we've used 2 other puzzles from this brand, and at the Euro Jigsaw Jam, the first one was the funny hedgehog wearing the flowers with a purple background, and
Then I have tried it, but landed from Danica.
okay, yes, then yeah, so that was quite a cute one, but had quite a hard background. Yeah, so there are some false fits in this in the with this piece cut. It was quite obvious, or with the plain colored backgrounds. Here you have so much detail, you might notice it like if there's 2 pieces that are blue next to each other, but with all the detail, it's in the middle section, it's not so much of an issue. We also had Heya with a 1,000 piece puzzle recently. That was the room with a red sofa, which was quite a lovely puzzle as well. So on screen we have Anna from France. So that's Anna B from France. Then we have Anna L from Germany, Anna Me from Switzerland, Astrid from Denmark, and Beth from UK. So we're having, different strategies at this stage. Most people have already flipped at the 5.5-minute mark. How do you think you would approach this puzzle, Daniela?
Oh, well, because I love sorting, I think, of course, I will first create a lot of little projects. Let's say create projects here and there, like distributed around the table, more or less in the place that they should be, and then they start building, connecting. Yeah, because at this case, I think the borders doesn't give you too much information. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm curious on how our puzzlers tonight are gonna proceed as well.
Yeah, so the you do have the section. So there's like the sky at top. So yeah, as you say, there's not that much information. So the top border is blue, and then you have a little strip of mountains. Then you have a different color blue for the water, a little strip of green, and then you have a sand. The bottom border is interesting because that one actually has flowers along it. So with the bottom border, for those who start, that's probably the border that they'll do early on. You can actually see it on Victor's. He's got, there's some white flowers and there's some shadows and some highlights there. So that's an interesting place to work on. Gives more information than the other parts. But yeah, at this stage, looking really great. Some people are starting with a border. We've got Beth and Anna who've pulled out the border. Anime has gone for some yellow face and a rainbow. And it looks like Astrid is, she's done the sun and pulling out some pieces in the sky. So let's
And
see.
have you done it, Michelle? Have you done the puzzle?
Yes. So when I brought it home, my daughter wanted to do it straight away. So we actually did it together. So when I actually did it as a speed puzzle, it wasn't my first attempt, but I did it in 50 minutes the second
Okay.
time. yeah, so I think it's a fairly fast puzzle. But for me, I like busy puzzles. I have to admit, it was a bit overwhelming. Sometimes I was just picking up a piece and it had like eyes on it and splashes of color, and it was like I'm just glancing around and I'm just like, where does it go? Where does it go? I'm going a bit cross-eyed. Sometimes there's too much detail almost, or too much color.
You know, this type of puzzle is great to do as well in pairs, because you know sometimes someone can assemble small sections and pass it to the other person that is locating and making the whole connection.
That's true. I think someone who likes like more darker section, likes bigger sections, maybe they could focus on the backgrounds, like maybe work on the sky. And someone who likes the details could be then looking at like which face belongs to which monster or which creature, and yeah, trying to get the middle section sorted. So I've added Birgit from Germany to the screen. We have Carolyn from Germany, Catherine from United States, Cel from France, and Daniela from Germany.
You know, I have been talking with Victor. Yeah, long ago we were talking that there were two AJJs that I helped you co-host, and then he won. So I'm wondering if today is gonna be the case.
I was thinking that too. I was like, oh, we're getting third time lucky. But we have some really good, we have other fast puzzlers. Hey, he's definitely got an advantage, but we have other fast puzzlers in the game. So we'll see if anyone, yeah, is faster at this one than Victor. But yeah, looking good. Lots of people. Yeah, so Catherine's got that lower border of the grass done, as so has Cel and Daniela. And yeah, Birgit has her trays as always. Looks like she's doing a more detailed sort, getting things ready to start assembling a bit later on. And there's a close-up of Victor's head, and yeah, so actually he's going for the border. So this is interesting. Victor has done pretty much the full border, but he knows that there are some false fits in the sky, so he's not going too hard to fix up that border. He's trying to do more of the details. So in the sky, you have a sun and a little aeroplane, the top of like an ice cream cake with some candles on top, and then there's like a red heart. So yeah, definitely grabbing those pieces is going to make the rest of the sky easier. And yeah, I had some false fits on the blue border. So yeah, if you don't first succeed with the blue border, like it's okay, just come back to it later when you have some more stuff filled out. So who else do we have here today? We have Dietmar from Germany, Dora from Switzerland, Ekaterina from Russia, Eleanor from France, and Alan from the Netherlands. Okay. Yeah, so we can see on, actually we can see quite clearly there of the spread on Ekaterina's and Eleanor's table. There's so much color in there. There is quite a lot of blue, which you could like sort out if you wanted to just like reduce the clutter a bit. But like pretty much every piece has like a splash of yellow, a splash of green and red on there. Yeah, so some people might be feeling a bit overwhelmed with that selection of color.
In fact, checking your list, yeah, I recognize a lot of names. Yes, a lot of recurrent people loving to do speed puzzling by you with AJJ.
Yes, we have a lot of familiar names here, and also a lot of fast people. So on screen, we also have Ellen. She's, yeah, interesting. She's done like 2/3 of the border and now is pulling out like the things that catch your eye, like the rainbow, which are easy to pick, the sun and the red heart. And yeah, she's been improving a lot, made it into the top 6 last time. So she's definitely very motivated. Okay. So we also have Amelia from Finland, Everly from Estonia, Fleur from the Netherlands, Francisca from Germany, Freya from Denmark. And yeah, we are at 12 minutes. Man, it's only 12 minutes. Somehow I feel like we've been puzzling for 20 minutes already. But yeah, so at this stage, most people have either started with the border or done some more sorting.
I feel really privileged to see how, like I think I mentioned before, when you are connected to the Google Meet session, I have the privilege to change as well what I see on my screen now, co-hosting with you, while I always have the YouTube open in my phone. Yeah, so then I can see like the double of puzzlers.
Yeah, we have so many, like I think we have, yeah, so almost so we have over about 90 people in the meeting at the moment. Some of them have their double devices. But yeah, it's great to see how everybody is going. And yeah, I think once we get, yeah, I think at this stage, most people are just trying to make sense of the pieces and trying to get some structure, some organization there. And yeah, the tricky part is like all the middle section with all the faces and the little funny characters. Okay. So yeah, looking very good there. So some support for Iris and Freya from fellow Denmarkian, Danish person, Peter. So yeah, let us know if there's anyone specifically in the chat who we should give a shout out to. So yeah, we're getting a better look there. So interesting. So just taking a closer look at Victor, he's definitely going, basically he's making all around the shapes. He's done most of the blue by now. He's done all the blue pieces, the majority of the blue pieces, and is starting to fill in some of those shapes like that are floating in the water. Okay, well, 15 minutes, pretty impressive. So we have Hannah, two Hannahs tonight. The first Hannah is from Czechia and then Hannah from the UK. We also have two Ingers, Inga from Lithuania and Inga from the Netherlands, as well as Iris and Irma. Oh, there we go. We put Irma on the next screen. So for now we have Hannah, Inga, and Iris. And it's nice to see how Iris is building up from the bottom. So yeah, actually when I did this one, I liked the bottom border because you've got the flowers there and it's kind of like a nice little green strip at the bottom. And then I think I went for all the sandy background. So like the next section upwards from the bottom. And yeah, it's tried to do some of those colorful characters. And Hannah is yeah, working on that, the side borders. And yeah, so both Hannahs there working on the borders. Yeah, we don't see much of Dutch Inga, just because of where she's puzzling, and there's a reflection on there, but we can see that there's quite a decent chunk done at the bottom there. And I think this, Daniela, this probably suits the Dutch people who are used to doing Jan van Haasteren. So it's kind of that style. It's very busy and a lot going on. That's very.
Yes, and I see, yeah, I see in the picture that you are showing, especially the fact that all drawings have a black line around. Is that true, right? If I see it correctly. So the type of drawing is is really different. Like for example, when you have a painting, if you have a painting, you have like the splash of the color, but here you see all the shapes of everything with the black lines, and then this is cartoon style, let's say. And yes, here we are quite used to, because of Jan van Hasteren, to puzzle images of that style.
Yeah, we have the Dutch, we have Inga and Alan.
I see a lot. Marche van der
Yeah,
Meer, Quinta, our current national champion Tamar.
yeah, so we're coming up. There's also Karel and yeah, Tama, who was the champion. So I think I'm expecting the Dutch to do quite well in this one.
Yeah.
So maybe there's is there a Dutch person who can can catch Victor? That will be exciting. So yeah,
Yeah,
March here is the champion for the Jan van Hasteren puzzle. So this
correct.
is right up her alley. So yeah, let's see how she gets on. So we have on screen Irma from Switzerland, Jackie from New Zealand. So shout out to Jackie. It's like 5 a.m. where she is, and yeah, she's having a puzzle competition before work. Great way to start the day. We also have Janie from the UK, Janine from Germany, and Jessica from USA.
Michelle, and I saw that Mandy Sinot was connected, but I don't know if she switched from phones or something, because I see another Mandy. So I don't know if we have two Mandys today.
I think that's the same Mandy. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, there's another Sino sister participating, also probably quite familiar with this type of cartoonish style. Yeah, so with the sky, you can see like on Janie's table that it's like the red heart and the yellow sun stand out amongst the blue. So those are definitely earlier pulls. And yeah, so you can see on Jackie's table, she has, I think this is, she's marked out the table soon. It's going to be the New Zealand Nationals. I think it's in July. So maybe she has marked out her table for the dimensions of the New Zealand tables there. It's more a square, or at least it looks, at least from this angle, it looks like that. But yeah, she's keeping her pieces quite well within that square. So I think she's training space management there. So Victor is just flying right now. He's pretty much, he's already over halfway, but now it gets tricky. Now we've got all those details. So I have to race to finish. Hold on, we're at 20 minutes. Okay. We are still at J. So, but no, don't hold on, Victor, just go for it. So we also have Johanna from Germany, Jonna from Finland, Judith from Germany, Fuka from Finland, and Julia from Austria. So I'm going to try and move a bit faster because I know that Victor is coming. He's at a really fast pace. But yeah, everyone's looking really good there.
Yeah, I have seen lately what Julia has been posting. She has been improving really, really, really a lot. She was already good last year at Worlds, but I think she goes for the win this year.
Yeah, I just my neighbor has just started playing the trombone. Of course, it's so hot and I'm under the roof. I do have some windows open. I can hear kids screaming across the neighborhood and my neighbor playing the trombone. But hopefully none of that transfers over here. All right, now we're down to K. But yeah, I think this one's going to be, yeah, probably a faster one for most people. So definitely faster than the one with the game, the yellow puzzle, which had like the maze leading up to the fortress. So if you were participating in that one, I think you can expect this one will go faster. So we have Karel from Netherlands, Karen from Austria, Karina from Germany, Katrin from Switzerland, and Lina Beata from Norway. Yeah, so you can see Karen really likes the, yeah, there's certain things popping out as she's puzzling. She's got like, yeah, she's doing more like a pick and place method where she's got like a loose border done and then roughly placing pieces that she recognizes where they belong, even if they're just floating in the space. So that's kind of like how I puzzle as well with these types of images. If I see something that's really obvious, I just try to place it roughly in the position, even if it's not connected to anything. Oh, okay. I just caught a glance of Victor again. So yes, but I mean, Victor participates in pretty much most of the EJJs and most of the Polish competitions. So he is really working through so many puzzles, and of course doing a lot of puzzles in his free time. So of course there's a very high chance that a puzzle will come up that he's done before, and that he can use that experience to his advantage. However, Kati is here, and Kati is one of the fastest puzzlers in the world and doing amazingly there. So we're at 23 minutes. Hang on. Did I introduce them already? I'm a bit confused. Yeah, we have Kati, Katrin, Lina, Lynn, and Lisa.
Lisa was my team member at the Danish Nationals. She's really awesome as well. And
yeah.
and you know, Lisa has this ability of, you know, she tries a piece and she put it aside if it's not like that. But then she continues puzzling, and then she remembers exactly where she left at that exact piece to go back. Yeah, I saw it. I saw her in action. Photographic memory.
That's definitely a good skill to have. Yeah, so we have quite a good view there of Kati from above. Yeah, so she's done the main structure of the frame, and
It seems like
lots of
Kathy is ready with the brown part. Yeah, now she's covering it, but yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it looks quite solid towards the bottom. So it looks like she started from the bottom and has done most of that like grassy and sandy section, but yeah, looking really solid there. And Lena Beata is also yeah, you can see lots of pieces floating, but yeah, it looks like she really, when something catches her eye, she needs to place it where it goes. But Marcia is doing really well here. So Marcia, yeah, quite patchy, but also like lots of sections connected. So not, yeah, so a lot of it looks like she's done the backgrounds. I think she's really focused on the backgrounds, and now she has all the gaps in the middle. Yeah, and yeah, so the top border is a bit tricky. Like there were some sections that was just like, it just didn't connect properly. So you'll see a lot of people when they do the blue border, there's just like little gaps there or pieces connected because they try it doesn't work, and then you have to go back later and separate something that you've already connected. But yeah, Martia's looking really good there. Let's see who else we have. Yeah, so yeah, so Jim just joined the chat. He said Victor, yeah, he's getting the outlines in, and then he started grouping and building little islands. Yeah, so he definitely did the outside, so it kind of looks like a silhouette, and then of the middle section. So he did all the backgrounds and then moving in towards the details. What it looks like.
I really like how he has, you know, just under the heart in the right side, he has one single piece in the center of an area that he didn't build yet. In the top right corner of the puzzle, there is a red heart.
Oh yeah.
And then if you draw a line directly to the bottom, then you see it.
Yeah, there's like this little piece of cake that's missing. Oh, I think it's the eyes of the cake, maybe. Okay, so Victor has 20-ish pieces left at 27 minutes. Go, go, go. All right, we have Magda from Poland, Maya from Finland, Maya P from Finland, and Maya Y from Finland, Maita from Belgium, and Mandy from the Netherlands. I'm gonna skim through really quickly. Okay. So we also have Maria from Slovakia. Yeah, so there was the Czech competition on the weekend, and Maria and her team and her daughter did really well. So she's there puzzling. Yeah, she loves the sky. She's done a great job on the sky. Maria TB with her cat box assistant. I want to say wagging the tail, but I'm not sure if that applies to cats. Maybe there's another word for cats that move their tail. Mariana from Portugal. I think she was in Spain on the weekend at the Spanish Nationals. We have Marie from Norway and Marina from Sweden. Okay. But I really like Maria's sky there. She's done a really fantastic job.
Victor is almost over.
Okay, let's give Victor his moment of glory. Let's all enjoy. Okay. Since nobody's close at this point. It's 29 minutes. Come on. Let's get under 30. Two hands working crazy.
Yeah.
Done. Well done, Victor. 29 minutes, 12 seconds ish. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I've just completely lost my place. But yeah, so that's the second time we've had a finish in under 30 minutes. The first time was Polish Christian. And yeah, fantastic that yeah, Victor has done that. But it is his second attempt. So let's quickly finish off all the introductions before we see who might be in the running for second, third place. We've just got another 15-ish people. Let's see. All right, we have Mooney from Germany and Nadia from Indonesia, Nia from the UK. And by the way, Nia is kicking butt in the British competitions. I think she had a huge lead in the most recent, leaderboard. I think it was like over 10 minutes. So fantastic puzzling from Nia. Here we also have Quinta from the Netherlands, Rachel from Denmark, and Robert from Sweden. Yeah. So looking good there. Yeah, so lots of colorful piles there.
Marche is quite advanced. I see.
Okay, yeah, so I'm just putting Matia back on screen that we can check her progress. So I would say like maybe 50, 60 pieces left. Okay, so we have a few minutes there, but yeah, looking fantastic. It's 31 minutes, Matia. Probably not listening, but go, go, go. And I hear that Kati and Andrea are also doing great as well. But we'll check in on the potential participants for the top 10 very soon. Okay, so we have Sammy from USA, Smilia from France, Smilla from Sweden, Stephanie from Germany, so Stephanie K from Germany, and Stephanie H from Germany, and Stein from Belgium. Yeah, I'm always impressed like with these detailed puzzles, like how fast someone has to be, like because like I can go fast on a puzzle like this, but if I look too quickly, like I just get confused because there's just so much color and so much detail. So I'm really impressed how, yeah, someone can work so fast, like, yeah,
And
significantly under 40 and yeah, under 30 minutes on a puzzle like this. Like, I think it would be so confusing. It almost gives me a headache, like trying to concentrate so much on all the details and flicking back and forth between the pile.
but then does this mean you like more like the block color puzzles, Michelle?
No,
Like
I prefer puzzles like this, but
okay,
still like switching between like puzzling and looking at all the leftover pieces and back to puzzling and looking at the box. Like it is a bit drained. I would say it's a bit draining on a puzzle like this, just
I
because there's
can
so much to
understand.
look at.
Yes.
Yeah, so Samilia has yeah, a nice section of sky done. And yeah, Stephanie K has been working from the bottom up. So she's really taking the time to do those, fill in those characters in the bottom. There's like actually there is a burger man. There's like a big yellow face with like a, yeah,
Okay.
with some salad and yeah, that guy there. So there's a big yellow face that pops out. So I'm sure that's one of the pieces, one of the, yeah, characters that the people will do first. Okay. So
The angle of the camera of Steffi is really great. It's let's say the blue of the puzzle has a great contrast with the table, and the angle I really like it.
yeah, I really love these over the head views so we can see it like in the right direction and
Hmm.
see just things as they are building. Okay. Okay, so we have Tamar from the Netherlands. Oh, Tamar's doing fantastic as well. So she was got first place in the Dutch nationals recently. Then we have Tammy, who's done a great job of the sky. I know she prefers, she doesn't really like busy puzzles, I've heard, but she really likes the bigger sections. So that's why she's gone for the backgrounds first. And then we have Taya from Finland, Tobias from Sweden. He's very interesting. He's going all for the insides
Oh yeah,
and leaving the outsides to last. So that's really interesting. A nice strategy there, Tobias. So there, his pile looks a lot more calm. Like you only see like the beige, the blue, the greens, as opposed to like these jumble of messes of colors. But yeah, I like.
I'm very curious to ask Tobias. Did he start because it's easier for him to finish with the borders and the plain colors, or just the opposite?
Okay, I'm just going to keep Marcia on there just that we don't lose track of
Almost done.
her. Almost done. All right, we have, but yeah, Tobias looking fantastic. Verena has also done a great job. A lot of solid sections done.
Yeah,
And Marcia. Okay, that went really quickly. That went really quick. Well done, Marcia, second place.
yeah.
So
Congrats,
that
Mark.
went really fast, even though she had quite a, I counted like 50, 60 pieces there, and that just went like flew by in the last few minutes. So we were literally at the end of the alphabet. So I'm now just going to put Veronica, the two Veronicas on screen, and Veroni. And then we have reached everyone. So yeah, Veronica V from Slovakia, Veronica G from Germany, and Veroni from Switzerland. And yeah, so fantastic. So let's just double check how yeah, the next wave of finishes might be. I'm going to jump up to Andrea, check in on Kati and Anani. Let's see. Probably Inga is getting close. So yeah, so thanks, Marcia. So Marcia says it's a very cool puzzle, very different. Thanks for organizing. Thanks, Marcia. So Marcia won't stay for an interview, but yeah, fantastic job. That was a great time. So if I check the meeting,
Maybe
so
Inge, Michelle. The thing is that Inge Sinod, she has the reflection on the table, but it seems like she's completing the border or something like that.
Yeah, so I have her on screen right now. Right now I have Andrea, Inga, Kati, Lena, Nia. I'm gonna put Tama on as well. Yeah, just wanted to check how many minutes was different. So there was a 6 minute, 5 to 6 minute difference between Victor and Marcia. So Marcia was at 35 minutes, which is an amazing time for a first attempt. Okay, so it looks like Kati has, no, or Inga has the least number of pieces, like 10 pieces left for Inga, maybe 20 for Kati. And yeah, it's a real mixture of where people are finishing. Some have got sky left, others have got like the colorful middle section. But Inga is working on that top border. Just a few pieces left.
Yes.
Go Inga, 38 minutes. Oh, fantastic, third place Inga. Awesome, congratulations. And Kati is coming into her close.
High five for you as well, Inge.
Okay, Inga, let me not lose track.
Kathy is done as well. Congrats, Kathy.
So that is so we're just under 39 minutes. Congrats. And okay, so possible. Yes, I think the next, there's a lot of people coming in now with about like 40-ish pieces left. So, but in the running for top 10, we have Andrea, Lena Beata, Nia, Tamar, Francisca, Verena. But I'm really curious about Tobias because he's got quite an interesting strategy. So I want to see how that pays off.
I see in the competition we have as well Fleur Lunding. She's going to be one of my teammates at Worlds.
Oh, so you're having an international team?
Yes, well, yeah, but then because we are 3 Dutch and you remember I am registered as Venezuelan, then it's going to be international. I think, I don't know how is the rule nowadays. I need to read back, but if we have 3 Dutch and 1 Venezuelan, then it's a Dutch team, right? I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah, I think it's the majority. But look, Nia's guiding her last pieces in just at the just over, so under 41 minutes, so 40 minutes 40 seconds. So 5th place to Nia. Congrats.
Congrats, Nia.
Oh yeah, she's moving up. She's been training really hard and doing really well in the online competitions. So let's see.
Veronica as well. Congrats.
Oh, Veronica. So Veronica from Slovakia, congrats. Sorry, we missed your finish on screen. Yeah, we have so many fast people. I'm going to check in on Astrid as well. Okay, Astrid has about, yeah, 20, possibly 30 pieces. Let's check on Iris. Okay, yeah, so there's going to be a big rush in a few minutes as those piece piles get lower. So we're at 5 finishes now. So first was Victor, second Marcia, third Inga, fourth Kati, fifth Nia, and sixth Veronica. That's the top 6. And we also have Emilia. Okay, so from those on screen right now, looks like the next to finish will be Lena Beata or Francisca. I mean, Francisca's pile is divided, maybe together. I think there are just a few more pieces, but yeah, looking really strong here. Somebody asks, is Asia Lynn participating today? No, she's not. Okay. Oh, Andrea. Okay, so Andrea's got the top border to go. So she did that sky section really quickly.
Andrea, yes.
Congrats, Andrea. So seventh to Andrea. Oh, and actually Tammy is doing pretty amazing. So Tammy's coming in. But now it looks like Lena Beata has her 10 pieces left to go, filling in all these colorful gaps.
Wow, almost.
Oh, but I see somebody here. Oh, Inga S. I just see her on small thumbnails. Congrats, Inga S. This
Yes.
first time in the top 10. And then Lena
Lena
Beata.
as well.
Okay, so we have Inga S in the top 10 for the first time. So we're now at 9th.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so somebody asked how's Ellen doing? Yes, good point. Let's check Ellen. Okay, about 30 pieces.
I think
to
she
go.
has the sky left. Marche, sorry, Tamar, like 12 pieces. But then I see it in the Google Meet meeting. In the YouTube, looks like a little bit the image a little bit cutted.
Yeah, so we have Tamar, Francisca, Tobias, Astrid, Ellen, and Verena on screen. So yeah, we'll wait for the 10th top 10. See who's going to be in the top 10, and then we can have Victor join us. Yeah, because I can also see Iris is coming up. She's got less than 20 pieces left, and me as well. So it's not really sure who to put on screen, who to take away, because they're all in very similar positions. But
Wow,
they're
is
on
it going to be
screen.
Francisca or Tamar?
Okay, Francisca has like 15 pieces, Tamar 5.
No, 5. Then it's Tamar. Yes.
Yes. Congrats, Tamar. 10th place. Okay, so top 10. Victor, Martia, Inga, Kati, Nia, Veronica, Andrea, Inga S, Lena Beata, and Tamar. So well done to our top 10. Victor, if you're there, you can turn your mic on.
Hello.
Hello,
Hi,
hello.
Victor. So tell us about this puzzle.
Yeah, so the first time I did this puzzle, I remember it being very overwhelming, very much so. Because what I normally try to do is to at least try to sort by color, even in detailed puzzles. And with this one, it was like, it wasn't really a good strategy because all of the colors are everywhere. At least that's what it looks like at the first glance. And also in the Polish competition that we did this puzzle, it was like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. It was the same hour, so it was 7 p.m. like right now. But since it was like many weeks before, the sun wasn't really out. So when I started this puzzle, it was the first competition from both EJJs and Szybkie Puzzle from Poland. That I decided to do it with without the artificial light and just use the sun. But I was kind of aware that the sun might go out, and also that probably I won't be able to see the gradients anyway because of the lack of the light. So I decided to do it quite differently to what I did today. Yeah, and I think that what I did today was much better. Because the last time I started with like the green and the green and the bottom with the grass, right? And then the like the sand with all the characters, and I tried to like sort those characters at least somewhat and try to do them, but it was very difficult. So now, since I was able to see, I decided to start with the gradients to help myself. And so I did, I mean, I started with the border, but when I finished the border, aside from the top section, I I said to myself, okay, this is the time for the gradient. And I collected pieces with everything gray in different shades, but I tried to focus on gathering only the darkest ones, so that I know that they go to the edge that I didn't have, but I knew that those would be the top rows. Um, and I thought it would work out well, but for some reason, I couldn't find like half of the pieces, and I was debating, do I want to do this edge or not? And I kind of started doing the edge, and then I stopped, and then I started again, and I stopped, and then I finished the edge. So the edge eventually helped, although I wish I uh, wouldn't have to do it, because it has false fits, and I knew it would be the case. Uh, I mean, both because I know this puzzle, but also because I know Hey Piscat, and I know this is the case in most of them. But yeah, after the gradients, there was the water, and I kind of did the water with the sky almost at the same time. You can easily tell the difference between the water texture and the sky texture, so it's not that bad. Uh, yeah. And then when I decided that the leftover pieces that I cannot figure out where they go in those two sections, I just started doing everything else. The probably the sand, yeah, the sand, and also the browns. If you collect the browns, it somewhat gets easier because they go to the donuts and to the structure on like with the sky. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Wow, Victor, I'm amazed. How do you remember? You described perfectly your previous experience with the puzzle, and then you decide on the spot how to change to do it better. You know, like, how do you do that under pressure?
Oh no, I mean, I already knew in the first run that what I do is not the best strategy, but I kind of didn't have an option because I knew I wouldn't see the gradient, and I would just like I would look at the sky and be like, okay, it's just the sky. There's no gradient there because I wouldn't be able to see. So I intentionally left it for last, but right now I didn't have to. So this was like both the decision that I made like so many weeks ago, and also right now I remembered. And the first thing I joined the meeting because I think I joined like 1 minute before the reveal. I was like, oh, Daniela is here. Am I winning today?
Yes, yes. And I think we need to do something about that. Let me ask Alfonso, you know, in the round in solos at Worlds, I will ask to be the co-host. So
But that's just unfair. This is too much of an advantage.
what a coincidence. No, Victor, and you know, I didn't puzzle in a while because of organization of events, and I started again to puzzle this weekend. And the first thing I did, okay, I'm gonna remove what I know from speed puzzling, and now I am starting to do your technique of flipping with the borders in the right direction in the hands
Hmm.
to drop it aside. I am extremely low, but I'm getting to it. So, and I just saw you how you were doing. So it's great to see you in action, and then, checking what I have learned. So I know it's gonna pay back. This retraining that I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
to your
also
techniques.
when I started to do this strategy for flipping, I also was very slow because it's like to came up with something is one thing, and but to like train and be able to do it automatically is completely different thing.
Yeah, I am, of course, I just started. So I am literally still in the conscious phase, like, oh, no, 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 this
Yeah.
should be like this. This should be like this. So it's matter of practicing and getting better. Yeah, that's something I saw that you did in a long time ago. And then, finally I decide myself to stop and retrain. So let's see how it goes.
You need to let me know.
So, okay. So then you mentioned as well, you know the Heye piece cut.
I have, I think for EJJs, I have, I mean, now I have three, but I bought the hedgehog one that was
Mhm.
used before, and I think I did it like 5 times already in the last year, because I wanted desperately to go under 40 with this, because it's like this puzzle is kind of a kryptonite for me, because aside from the flowers, it's all like patches of colors, and I'm like, no.
But then when you mean about the piece cut, is literally the shape of the individual pieces, or is like the mold for the 500 is the same?
I think it's different. But what I meant by saying that I know the Hey Piscat is that I know of it. So so it's like I know that there are issues.
Okay, okay, no, clear, thanks. So we have quite more finishers, Michelle.
Yeah, they're going in really fast. Yeah, we're up to now about 26. We just saw Amelia fly, jump on top of her table and reach across to her phone. That was quite impressive there, Amelia, to get her done message in. So we're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so we just had Mandy, Carolyn, Sammy, Quinta, Amelia, and Janie finish. Yeah, Victor. So just you were at the. I just had a quick question. You were at in the Czech competition on the weekend. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, it was
Yeah.
on Saturday. Yeah,
Mhm. And how did that go?
it went really well. I'm really happy with the result. I ended up being second, and then there was this issue with a missing piece, like I always do. Um, but yeah, it ended up taking away my first spot. But I'm very happy for, I mean, the queen of speed puzzling, Teresa Koptikova, that she finished first. And I'm really happy because I didn't have this puzzle in my collection. So yeah, this is also very unique experience for me, because most of the time when I go to competitions, I already expect to have the puzzles, and I'm already like, while trying to get there, thinking about what I'm going to do with those puzzles, because I will have the multiple copies. And so I think that most of the time I don't get the multiple copies, which is very fun. Like I think that we had the competition in Poland in May, and that we also got in the individual round the puzzle that I didn't have, and I was like, oh wow, that's unique. And then in Paris, I was puzzling with Jagoda from Poland, and this was the puzzle that I had, so she could have gotten it. And on Sunday, so yesterday, right? Yeah. Yesterday, we had another competition in Poland, in Paris, and we got a London postcard. So that was kind of disappointment. But
So you could do it with your, yeah, you know, like a blind covered or something like that.
yeah, I didn't really look at the box.
Yeah, but then Victor, I'm curious because I have seen as well you always post, I have this new set of puzzles, a new one. How many puzzles more or less do you have now?
How?
How many? How many?
A lot.